Women, what are things men do that make them insanely attractive, without even realizing it? A low, calm, relaxed voice that sounds like he's completely at ease. That kind of quiet confidence is insanely attractive. Confidence, but not arrogance, and the ability to laugh at himself. Honestly, this goes both ways. My wife and I roast each other all the time, and it's fun. If anything, it just makes us more attracted to each other. When a guy loves animals so much he makes dumb little noises while playing with puppies or kittens. Being genuinely caring, but still having a dark sense of humor, that combo is incredibly attractive. I don't think most men realize how much a good haircut can boost their attractiveness. Yeah, it's subjective, but the right haircut can completely change a guy for the better. My boyfriend once got a really bad haircut, and even though he's attractive, with that haircut he straight up looked like a turnip. Kindness. I'm insanely attracted to men of all shapes and sizes who are genuinely kind, especially when they don't realize anyone is watching. Casually petting an animal. Saying hi to a kid. Little moments like that. Small gestures that show the kindness is actually who they are, not something they are performing because they were taught it's the right thing to do. Not kindness for show, kindness because it's how they feel. I could never be in a relationship with someone who isn't kind. A really good indicator of a man's character is how he treats people and beings he has power over, employees, animals, children. If he treats them badly, imagine how he'll treat you. When a guy wears a shirt with the sleeves rolled up. And before anyone asks, yes, even if you think you have skinny arms. Like, my arms look like chewed up chicken wings, skinny. A button up with the sleeves rolled to the elbows looks good on everyone. That combo probably makes your forearms way more attractive than you realize. Patience. I find it incredibly attractive when a guy stays calm and confident when everything hits the fan. Also when he's teaching something or helping out and does it without getting irritated. You totally had a crush on at least one of your teachers, right? Nothing turns me off faster than a man who gets angry or flustered over tiny inconveniences. Men who can calmly handle whatever's happening, fix things when they need fixing, show empathy at the right moment, or just step back when their involvement isn't needed, are insanely attractive. Genuine interest in the little details about you. Edit, I'm talking about my boyfriend here, not some random guy. Sometimes, just out of care and curiosity, he asks about small, seemingly insignificant things or notices tiny details about me. And he does it so casually. He genuinely has no idea how insanely attractive that is to me. He's attentive, sincere, and thoughtful. What more do you need? And even if you're not dating a woman yet, you can still show this kind of genuine interest without being creepy. Women really, really appreciate it. Stuff like, what was your first pet's name? What was your mom's maiden name? When I'm getting to know women, I always ask things like whether they have a dog, if there are streetlights near their place, or what kind of locks they have on their door. You know. Just being interested in the little details. When a man is confident enough to compliment other guys, without needing to add some awkward "no homo" at the end. My boyfriend does this all the time with our coworkers. Stuff like, hey, you look great today. Nice shoes. You've got a great smile. It's honestly so attractive to watch. As a woman, I know how different it feels when a compliment comes from another woman. I'm pretty sure it hits the same way for men too. When a man can actually make decisions, big or small. I love that. I'm also really attracted to guys who've had the same core group of friends for most of their lives, and they're genuinely good people. That's a huge green flag to me. It shows loyalty and that he takes care of the people in his life. Being able to make decisions matters a lot. I'm really turned off by guys who don't have an opinion about anything, or who can't decide at all. It's exhausting when they dump the emotional labor of every single decision on me. If you truly don't care, just pick something so I don't have to think about it. Don't mind me. I'm just a guy lurking here, looking for new ideas. Please don't actually use Reddit ideas in real life. The real world is nothing like Reddit. Just read and enjoy. Solid plan. Aggressively writes this down in a notebook. Being a good listener. That's incredibly attractive. There's just something about it. Want an example? I once dated a guy who asked me how my day was. Normally I just say, good, because I assume people don't actually care, they are usually waiting for their turn to talk about themselves. But he said, just good. I thought you were having issues at work. How did that turn out? I was honestly shocked that he even remembered what I told him before. So I told him everything that happened that day. He actually listened. Then he shared his thoughts on it. We ended up talking for hours over coffee. A good listener engages, gives feedback, and makes you feel comfortable sharing your thoughts. You don't feel like a burden for talking about your life. A bad listener, on the other hand, doesn't care. They probably won't even hear half of what you say. They'll tune you out, jump to something more interesting to them, and you'll walk away feeling stupid. Sorry, I was reading something on my phone. What were you saying? When a man actually stands up for what's right, especially when his friends don't. I've noticed this weird thing. When my buddies show me a video that's supposed to be funny and I'm not into it, they immediately switch their stance. Like, oh, yeah, actually that's kinda messed up. It's wild how fast people fold when someone calmly pushes back instead of just going along with it. When he makes eye contact during a conversation. Edit, in reasonable amounts, obviously. Think of it like cologne or makeup, it should enhance, not overwhelm. Don't overdo it. Also, if you have ADHD or autism, looking at someone's forehead or the bridge of their nose works just fine. It still shows you're engaged and that you genuinely care about what they are saying. As a guy, I personally try not to hold eye contact for too long. I get the sense that some women read that as aggressive. Eye contact paired with a relaxed smile feels very different. There's a big difference between maintaining eye contact and staring someone down. You can stare and smile, but that's a whole different vibe. When a man can actually take care of himself. Cleaning the house. Cooking. Doing laundry. Basic stuff. He doesn't need to be a perfectionist. He just needs to be an adult who can handle his own needs. I'm struggling with this in my relationship right now. The other day I came home and literally started crying when I saw a sink full of dishes, piles of laundry, dirty floors, and an overflowing trash can. I had worked overtime all week. He had 2 extra days off. It hurt. A lot. I want a relationship where those responsibilities are shared instead of all falling on me. I'm so tired of cleaning up after him and being the only one keeping the house together. I've even started learning how to fix things myself because he's constantly breaking stuff. I'm exhausted. I would absolutely spoil a man who pulled his weight and actually appreciated how hard I work. Okay. Rant over. Sorry. When he has his sleeves rolled up and he smells really good. Also, when he's backing up the car with one hand on the steering wheel and the other on the back of the passenger seat, where I'm sitting. I absolutely lose it. Guess I'll have to stop using the backup camera, even though I love it. I think a lot of this stuff is honestly subjective. We're all different. But personally, I really love it when a guy is genuinely passionate about something. Even something like video games. I find that really cute. I also think male friendship is adorable, especially that look 2 guys get when they realize they are into the same things. That instant, wait, you too, moment. A few more honorable mentions. The way he pulls a hoodie off over his head. Good manners. Taking care of basic hygiene. And personally, I love men who read fantasy. LOL. John Waters once said, if you go home with somebody and they don't have books, don't sleep with them. When a man knows how to take responsibility, in a good way. Like, oh, that needs fixing. Already handled. You're hungry. I'll make dinner. You look exhausted. I ordered food and ran you a bath. They are small things, but they show that your needs actually matter to him. And just to be clear, this doesn't mean treating you like his mom. I heard somewhere that one of the sexiest things a man can say to a woman is, don't worry. I've got it. A man with real emotional intelligence. Someone asked what I actually mean by that. To me, emotional intelligence is the ability to notice when someone's mood or feelings shift, and then respond appropriately. It's one thing to recognize that someone is upset. It's another thing entirely to know what to do about it. A few years ago, a close friend of mine suddenly went full no contact with me. Just completely iced me out. It was incredibly painful. Later on, my partner and I were talking about situations like that, and it came up again. I got really upset thinking about it. She said, "You're upset because XYZ ignored you." Was she right? Yes. Did that make me feel any better? Not at all. That conversation ended up being really important for us, because it highlighted the difference between identifying a problem and actually knowing how to handle it. That's the difference emotional intelligence makes. Reading this thread made me wonder, why the hell am I still single? Maybe I'm rolling my sleeves wrong. Attentiveness. That's the quality I noticed immediately in my husband. He pays attention to the little things. Like the time he noticed the uncomfortable look on my face while I was sitting on a bad chair, and without a word, he switched seats with me. Or when I casually mentioned I loved Yoo-hoo chocolate milk, and he showed up with one later that same day. But what really made me fall in love with him is that this is how he treats everyone. Strangers, family, friends, anyone. We've been together almost 10 years and married for nearly 8, and he still does things like this. So I know he's not doing it just to impress me, lol. It's simply who he is. That behavior has even rubbed off on our 4-year-old daughter. The other day she saw me rubbing my lower back and clearly in pain. I'm almost 9 months pregnant. Before I could even react, she ran to get my back massager and started rubbing my back with it. I didn't even have time to blink. Thanks so much for watching. Women, drop in the comments what things men do that make them insanely attractive, without even realizing it. And don't forget to check out our other videos. See you.